Jess.
Hey, what was
Where,
your name again?
who,
I'm
who
kidding.
are you? I
Who
know.
who are
Oh,
you
I
again?
missed
It's been so
you.
long. It's been all summer.
Yeah. I mean, even part of spring. I feel like our last like official one was like in April, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it was
Um,
in April because our goal was to do a whole year
whole
once a
year.
week.
Yes.
We did it,
We
and then
did
we're like,
that. So hey, yay for us on that. Woohoo.
"I'm out."
I lost you.
Little, I know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so this little pop-up episode is titled "Where You At?" Where you been?
The thing that kept going through my mind is, I know what you did last summer, but I don't know. I don't know what you did this past summer.
Right. First of all, I miss you. I miss just
Miss
being able to talk
you.
to you every
I
week and
know, it's so
having that.
fun.
That's why I have I pick a mug depending on what I'm feeling that day. And sometimes it's like a mug that I need power, and I have like a faith mug, and I have like whatever. It depends. I have
Got
one
your
that's like,
power mug?
yeah, well, no, this is my friend mug. So it's
Oh,
like all my little Hello
aw,
Kitty friends. So it's like my friend mug. So it's my friend mug.
my
It's
stomach.
all warm and fuzzy.
I have the same one.
What do
I have
you
the
have?
same
Oh,
one.
you have
Yeah,
a
with my financial advisor
oh, so
line,
so
sponsoring
so
the
much
show
more grown
today.
up than my mom.
Yes, it keeps it warm though, because I forget about it.
No, but you're here we go. You're a grown up. I am wearing my friend Hello Kitty mug and my Betty Boop hoodie.
For sure.
Okay, someone's the child in this room. So anyway, and I love your brighter new booth, which is new since our
Yes,
last
we had a
meetings.
voiceover booth makeover
Wow.
in here.
Yeah, tell us about
Yeah.
that. You looks kind of Star
Uh,
Warsy almost.
oh, I like that. Yeah, Star Trooper.
Feels very like no, like Star Wars, like I don't know. They had like parts in the building. I'm not a big Star Wars. I've watched it, but I'm not like, but I just it
Yeah.
makes me feel Star Warsy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wasn't thinking that or going for that, but I do like Star Wars, so yeah. No, it was very, very dark in here with all of the black foam, and I thought, I'd like to brighten it up a little bit because one of the things I started doing over this summer is leadership coaching. Oops.
Nice.
Leadership coaching, and I thought, if I'm going to be coaching people, I really don't want this dark, depressing thing. I want
Yeah.
bright, pretty, all the lights and
Yeah.
my butterfly.
And your butterfly looks great.
So,
It's
yeah,
awesome.
I
Yeah.
just honestly, I just went on Amazon and found these, and
Are they like acoustic or are they just for
yeah, they're
looks?
like a little acoustic
Okay.
for sure. It just doesn't have like it's different.
Yeah. Did you put that over what you already had?
I took down all the black panels
Okay.
and sold it on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
Please, someone
Nice.
come and take these.
Interesting.
Um,
Interesting.
yeah.
That's
So
fun.
they stick on. So I
Oh,
have
okay.
a carpet on behind this. Actually, it's
Okay.
like a gray outdoor carpet,
Yep.
and then I put all of these up.
Well, it looks very,
So
very
it makes a
professional
big
and it
difference,
does.
having a nice. And I did add some plants. Thank you, Henry Willard, for inspiring
Yes.
me to have some
Nice.
plants in here too.
Good. Even though let's not tell anybody they're not real because plants come to our house to die. So we know that.
Me too.
I don't know if you saw, I sold my old booth. That was like a big
I
deal for
did. That
me.
was just a couple days ago.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
what was the process of, why did you decide now's the time to
Yeah.
sell?
Couple reasons. One, I mean, I had it in the shed, and my husband's like, "Are you gonna keep this? You've had this for 2 years now, even though I fought going into this 2 years ago because I was like, the acoustics are so great in my other booth, and I don't want to, but I knew I wanted a little more soundproofing because of the neighborhood and stuff. And anyway, but I honestly, it's like out of fear. Like I have this fear of something happening to this booth and then I have no backup. Like I'm also someone who doesn't keep a lot of clutter, or I'm a
Okay.
minimalist. I'm someone who helps people declutter. And I'm always like, okay, you're keeping that what? Because you spent money on it and you feel guilty you're getting rid of it or something like that. And I'm always like, I believe every object wants to fill out, to fulfill their purpose. So if someone else could like enjoy that coat you never wear and like love it, like that
You can
item
let it
wants to love
go.
that, like, and so like
Uh,
I had to think about that in my own terms. And so, this woman that ended up driving all the way to Connecticut from Connecticut to pick it up like late at
yeah,
night one night. Um, I think she's aspiring to like really up her game and be a voiceover. I think she does voiceover a little bit, but she's not
mhm,
really. And then after she came, like three other people reached out because I was like, that's not gonna sell. And then like three other people reached out and I was like, I'm sorry, it's gone. But yeah. And I put it for a very fair price. But there's a piece of me. I mean, I posted something on LinkedIn that I was like hugging it because I was like, I have nostalgia for it because honestly,
it got you
it's
through so many sessions.
well, and it was
I
the
mean,
booth
really.
that is when I stepped up my game and
Yeah.
I was like, as I was in a closet with, as you know, with a flashlight and a hair clip holding
Yep,
my
been
script
there.
up. And then I moved to that booth, and that booth was like my stepping up my career. And that's the booth that I won the Emmys in. That's the booth I hit the first time I hit six figures, I think. And it was the booth that I had my first Source Connect session in, so it has a lot of like,
It has a lot of memories.
yeah, and there's like a little, it's not superstition, but I was like, I mean, not, I've had amazing things in this booth too, but like, yeah, there's something about that booth. So whatever, long story short, I did sell it. So it's gone. It is what it is. Tony has room in the shed now and I have a little money and it is what it is. And I'm just pray that it was a good decision. And yeah,
It
but
was.
other than that, this year, I was going to say like, so quickly, because we always can talk forever. Catch me up
Yeah.
on what's going on. As you know, as we have, even though we haven't been recording, we've kind of kept up a little on our Marco
We
Polos.
Marco. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody knows the Marco Polo
Marco
thing. We
Polo.
do
We can
that a
put a
lot,
link to
which is
that.
nice because our schedules are so crazy, and it's just nice to.
Catch up on each other's lives. And I've had a really tough year this year, to be honest. And um, yeah, so we took a little break and we're still not like going in full on like every week kind of thing, but we've decided we miss doing it a little and we were gonna do some like kind of like pop-up ones here and there and like with no schedule, no pressure, but just kind of when we feel like we want to. So we will be posting
Yeah.
some new episodes. So
And to
that's, I
keep it
guess.
and to keep it going,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
appreciate the messages too on LinkedIn. Thank you, Lindsay.
Yeah. There's some people
Just
that
that
have
little
reached
boost
tell.
of like, "Hey, where'd you guys go? I miss you." And it's like, "Oh,
I know, like people are watching. Like it's so nice to know. Like some people have reached out
like
to
I
both of
hope
us and
people are
said,
getting
"Oh, yeah, but you've
a lot
had
of
a few
value
people."
from it." Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
which is nice. So
and I like that you posted the reruns. That's always fun too.
a lot of people didn't see. They're like, "Oh, I didn't even know you did this thing." So I'm like, you know what? We did a whole year's worth of shows. I'm going to post a rerun on Fridays, not on Tuesdays, on Fridays of some of our older shows. So and some people have reached out and be like, "I didn't even know this exists." So it's maybe getting a new audience in that way. So that's good. So
Yeah.
anyway,
So,
tell me about since April. What have you been doing, girl?
it's April. We are, the summer we had so many people visit, so we really didn't get out. Usually we try to do a big trip, do something fun with the family, and I just feel like all of our friends, we have a lot of Nashville friends when we used to live in Nashville, and so like a couple different families were visiting, so we got to host them and catch up with them. And I just felt like, you're the house just needs to stay in a nicer condition when you have people over.
Yes,
Whereas when we don't have as many people over, it kind of like, we don't really need to keep up with
falls
that.
apart a little. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but this year it's like the windows are washed, the the floors are
Who washes
vacuumed,
windows?
the kids' window or the kid no, who
His
washes
rooms.
windows? That's what threw me off.
Got the kids washing
Yeah.
windows.
I do. I totally paid them to wash windows this year.
Really?
We have the Greenlight app, and so I can put, like, money into their account,
Oh, wow.
and I was like, "Yeah, actually, can I hire you to wash all of these windows?"
Hey,
That's $1, and that's $1, and that's $1. And so and they're mostly clean. I mean,
I know they're not going to be a
11
professional
and
job, but
14-year-old boys don't really,
yeah, good
so,
enough.
yeah, we just had a lot of people over the summer, and let's see, I wrote a little list because I forget what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah.
We bought a go-kart this summer, so that was kind of, fun.
You bought something else too recently. You
Fun.
told me about. Did you
Oh,
have that written down?
what did I buy?
Massage chair.
Oh, we did. We bought a massage chair.
But you got a really good deal.
We got a stinking amazing deal on
Yeah,
this, like, Cadillac of massage chairs, and,
sometimes that's just worth it.
it was kinda broken, and my husband's like, "I can fix that." And he fixed the go-kart. We bought a super cheap go-kart that needed a new engine. He's like, "Yeah, I can put a new engine in." Okay,
Nice
sweet.
to have a handy husband.
So, yeah. So I've just been doing that. He's been sick though all summer. It seems like,
Mm.
since July 4th, he just had
Oh,
this, like, nasal, chest, body ache, the whole thing, and I know
never goes away.
a
Mm.
lot of people have been dealing with that this summer. So it kind of our summer just went by really fast. Progressive glasses. That's new this summer too. So, like, being able to, like, see far and then being able to actually see my watch. So I feel like I hit 45 and all of a sudden life was like, "And you need glasses again." So, um,
And you have some cute ones.
I
There's
could
some
yeah, there's
different
so
ones.
many. I could probably do a whole show on progressive glasses
Progressive glasses,
and the quality of glass and how much you pay and what actually.
right?
So I've got, like, these glasses, and I've got, like, you know, these cool ones, and tortoise shell
Or it
seems
is
to be one
nice.
of my favorite, and this, just the classic black, like, I love Weezer, so, like,
Yeah, yep,
for
for sure.
glasses. So, anyway, I could do a whole somebody could pay me
Nice.
to do reviews on glasses. And then as far as voiceover, it's been busy. I totally nerded out on I took a Mark Scott class, on Nimble. So the
Okay.
Nimble CRM, dove
Oh,
into that, figured that out, and connected it with everything, and I'm using a Reclaim.ai. It's, uses AI to like, scheduling. So
hmm.
I got super nerdy on my calendar.
So versus like a Calendly kind of thing? Or is it
Versus
more just your personal calendar?
like, Google Calendar and,
Okay.
like, putting things in your Google Calendar, it's more like, what are the tasks and habits that happen all the time? I can put it in there, and then it schedules, like, my, um, coaching meetings that are Zoom meetings, and so it blocks that off, but all the other habits and tasks that I do, it kind of was like, "Well, this one's low priority, so don't worry about this today. We're gonna go ahead and move this here, but you really need to do this task today." So it kind of I think everything is urgent and important. And so it's able to help me go, okay, that's
Differentiate.
not, I can kind of move that back and it just
Yeah,
automatically schedules. And
yeah.
so I totally got nerdy on all of that to help just streamline business workflows and my communication with people. And yeah,
Interesting. Hmm.
yeah. And I started coaching as well. So that's kind of
Yeah.
been like a new,
What
really fun
kind of
thing.
coaching? Like coaching, career coaching or coaching
Le
on
leadership coaching, so I'm
leadership
working
coaching?
with a bunch of friends, an organization that does that, and so they do a huge, on lead program with the organization, and then they match us up with individual coaching for their
Nice.
team. So they do, like, team coaching, and then we have a coaching team that individual coaching,
I love that.
if that makes sense, and they can talk
Yeah,
about, you know, business or home, personal, like, what is
yeah.
the goal that you wanna do? And, like, let's talk about how we're gonna get you from where you are to where you wanna be. Like, what does that look like? And what do you need to put in place? And so it's kind of a
I'd like to put in an appointment with that for you.
absolutely, I'll send you my link.
Like to calendar. I'd like to link an appointment for that.
So anyway, that's a lot. There's a lot of things that, go on behind the scenes, and so that's just kind of a little update
Nice.
on what we've been doing. There's probably 1,000 other things that I forgot.
Yeah, yeah,
Kind of like
yeah,
the big things. So
yeah.
how about you? Like, catch me up on personal and business, and what are the things that are working and that you're changing and
Well, so this year, as you know, has been kind of tough. Earlier in the year, I have elderly mom and dad, and my mom fell in February, and then how it is with aging parent. She ended up being in like a kind of a rehab place
oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
like
that's
three
fair.
months. It was like at least 3 months. It was long. And it was like, it's like an hour and a half to get there. So visiting and helping my dad like with food, making food and visiting her and just kind of helping her get strong again. I mean, it's crazy that they're both 90 and that anyway. So it took a lot. It was just like a heavy time to
Hmm,
to deal with all that. I mean, but looking for the blessings, right? I have siblings that helped out, and we all pitched in, so that was great. But it was just a kind of a dark. early of the year, winter to into spring
Yeah.
kind of thing. And then the summer was kind of weird. It's just like you said, it just kind of went really fast and it was kind of a weird summer. It's just a weird summer. Some years are just weird. And then I will link a picture, even though it's embarrassing, but that's okay because
I
it's
don't
like
think that.
relatable. I have a lot of issues with my teeth. I have my dad's, I take really good care of my teeth, but I have my dad's teeth like genetically. And so they just have a lot of problems without getting too detailed. And one of the front teeth broke off. It had been through this poor tooth, number 7, I call him. Little number 7. He's my army brat. He's been through everything. He's had like 10 different restorations, and then he had a root canal, and then the root canal failed, and then he had a second root canal, a retreatment of a root canal, and then he had a crown lengthening surgery, and then another surgery, and then he had the crown, and then he had to be replaced the crown with something else. And then there's gum things that are weird with that tooth since the surgery of the crown lengthening surgery. And anyway, long story short, that is one of my front teeth, and it's always problematic. And that it finally I think it's been 10 years since they did that crown, finally did the crown on it that was staying, and they've been always watching it because it's like, is it gonna fail again, the root canal, like a third time, and then you need to pull it. And I've always not wanted to pull it because I knew that would affect my work, right?
Oh,
So
right.
I but
Okay.
when it breaks off, you
Really quick,
don't have a choice.
root canal, and I've never had one, but
I
they're
have like
awful. Aren't they
18 root
awful?
canals. No, to me, a root canal is like a day in the park. Like I have had 18 root canals, I think. I've had 15 crowns, 18, I think 17 or 18 root canals. It's like it's so the fact that you haven't even had one is like hilarious to me. Like, who are you?
I
You
no,
are
I've
from
had
Star
lots of
Wars.
fillings. I think I
Yeah.
ate lots.
No.
I ate lots
Again,
of
have my
candy.
dad's teeth, not my, and he doesn't have any teeth, so that will be my future. But luckily, so I had the one tooth missing for like 3 weeks. And so I was, I look anyway, I'll still the picture, and luckily my husband's like, literally my husband looked at me and I look like I don't know what age you lose your teeth, but like a little 4-year-old or whatever. And he was like, could you be more adorable? He actually,
Aw,
and I was like,
that's the
oh,
kind of reaction you want from
thank
your
God.
husband.
Yeah, thank God he's not like,
Aw,
you got to get that fixed. Like he was like,
yeah,
he just thought I was so cute. Like he just,
aw.
so thank God, like he sees
He
that
took
in
it
me.
with yeah.
Yeah. But it's been hard. Like I'll be honest, I'm almost, so they had to pull it,
Did it
surgery, the
make a
whole thing.
difference? Because I'm sure you probably had to record some stuff while
Okay. So yeah, I did not, while I had the no tooth, I did not want to do a recording and like a live recording. Like I had a lot of F's and S's that were having problems with that because it's like the wind going through that empty space. and and I didn't want to do live recordings, but I did have like 2 live recordings during that time where I didn't have like right now I have like a temporary tooth in there, like implant with a temp thing. And so the space is filled, but when I didn't have it filled, it was, yeah, I
that's
did
so
2 live sessions, and I just knuckled through it, whatever you call it. I pushed through it, and I just did the best I could,
made it work.
and I made it work. And then, but without getting too far into it, it's been awful. Like I don't really trust the dentist I'm with. I don't really have a lot of feeling. Like he's new to me because I moved, and I don't love him. It's been almost 3 months now, and the bone is supposed to be growing in at around 3 months, but it feels loose. It feels painful. It's uncomfortable. Eating is impossible. Brushing is impossible. Like it's just been a really
That just affects every
yeah,
part of your life.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I know, like, I have to, anyway, I've had to like adjust and make it work,
Changes,
but
yeah.
it is what it is. Yeah. So that's been my fun time. This year can just go away, is what I'm thinking. But
Said that
whatever.
nicely.
We all have years like that, and but some good stuff too. Trying to think of something. No,
Something
it's
something
okay.
great
I'm
did
trying to think
happen.
of a recent project that was like really cool. I voiced this I just voiced it recently. This immersive experience. I voice a lot of immersive experiences, and I just
Yeah,
love
your
that.
voice is great for that.
Thank you. And I'm going to be in people's headphones in like their headsets, walking them through a labyrinth
Oh,
that's going to be like
okay.
lit up. So it's going to be a lit up like a prayer labyrinth, and it's going to be going into this like labyrinth and walking them through it to kind of connect to themselves. So it's very much like the meditative voice and kind of like calming voice to kind of center them. I love just kind of like the drum shows. I love when my voice can fill a space or fill something and make people feel and be immersive. I mean, it's picking up a little now in September, but in August was the slowest I've ever been in August. Kind of piggybacking on last year being down. This year has also been down.
Compared though to what? Like, because I know you had a, like, smashing great
Yeah,
years. Are
compared
you
to
matching it against that?
I am. I'm comparing it to 21 and 22, 2020, 21, which was ridiculous, and 22, which were all like, I mean, like ridiculous.
I think
I know.
everybody kinda saw that, like, boost in
Right.
the
So was that realistic? Probably not. There was kind of maybe that was like a not good year to like, yeah, but I can't complain. I'm still doing okay. You know what I mean? So
yeah, yeah.
even being down as much
It
as I
doesn't
am,
make
it's still
sense to
okay.
stop,
No.
right? Still
No.
have the good client base, and you're still working
Yeah.
with people that, you're
Yeah.
doing projects that you feel passionate about, and
Yeah. Yeah. So
yeah. Yeah, and that
anyway.
was one thing I was asking one of my friends. I was like, at what point do you say, all right, voiceover, I'm done? Like this industry's changing
Mhm.
and,
Yeah.
she'll just quit now. And she's like, I would ride that out until there is nothing left?
Yeah.
And
I
so
want
it's
to
like,
do this
we're
forever.
finding that, this AI voices are going to take
Mhm.
over everything. And it's getting impressive. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
there's always going to be human voices too.
Yep. I
There's
had
room for
somebody
everyone.
I was going to read it to you. I reached out to them. I worked with them in like 2014, and I was like, I'm going to reach out to older
Hmm.
leads. And he wrote me back, and I was like, he said, what did he say? He said, hi, Michelle. Nice to hear from you. Yes, you did an amazing job back then. Today, we don't create that many videos. And unfortunately, with the rise of AI services like 11 Labs, we would probably use that. I can use my recording of my voice and change it to anything. Like he could change his voice as a male to a woman or whatever. Times are changing. Wish you all the best.
Oh my gosh, that was his email back to you.
I was like, okay.
Wow.
I was like,
I feel
okay.
a lack of emotion there.
Times are changing.
Times are
All
changing.
the best. He was like, wish you all the best. Kind regards. Yeah, it just kind of like hit me. And I had another person say that, and I've seen people post they've gotten similar notes back. So
Yeah,
it
it's,
is what it is.
the conversation that I really think it's a brand play, right? And if you know your audience and you know they don't mind AI voices, whatever, and you're working with
Yeah,
a company that has ethical values, great. There's still going to be lots of room for human voices.
I hope so. Well, I guess we will see.
Yeah, we're going to ride this out
We're gonna
until
ride this thing. I'm
yeah,
gonna ride
I
this
know one
Toyota
client.
Corolla.
Because the industry is always changing,
It
and
is.
life is always changing, and
It is.
tools and resources that we have available, and
And you
there's
know me,
a
I
lot.
don't like change. Jess is way better at like delving into these things. I'm like, no, I like change. I
Leave
don't
me
want.
alone.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan, but
Yeah.
you got to do it. Change is the only constant, right? So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's true.
we missed all of you too. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.